going on. So tried to do 4 videos a day, but I just love this too much. So you have the Knight of Swords, the King of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the World, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Justice, and the Three of Cups. This is for you Leos. So the Knight of Swords, the King of Wands, the Four of Cups, as it rains outside. Again, not wasting your time on people who are choosing for themselves to be dysfunctional, right? The Knight of Swords, all of that mischief that they were causing in your life, coming to you with problems, coming to you with issues and all this stuff while you had these people in your life. The King of Wands, you're seeing the bigger picture now, Four of Cups. You're seeing how it is that those people are now, right? So you may even see some of those people that were trying to act like they were dating you, or you may have tried to date them, but they gave you a hard time. A lot of you Leos are seeing those people being dysfunctional with somebody else. The other person is just condoning their dysfunctionality and their indecency. And they're feeling, they're just to keep those people around, while you Leos are thankful that you're not around those dysfunctional people, like I said. That's my cat. In the first place, the Eight of Swords in the World now represents, so as a result, you happen to be in a particular situation where because of it, right? Because of it, there's this idea of you're not going to go back because you see things from a bird's eye view. What do I mean when I keep saying a bird's eye view? What does that mean? You see things from a panoramic view. You understand that you can't go back to these people that are on the Four of Cups. You can't go back to these people, specifically the one that's with the cups on land. You can't go to these people. You can't go back to them. You can't start hanging out with them, right? Maybe you didn't necessarily date them, but it was something where this person wanted to date you and you could have had your chance. But a lot of you Leos decided to not take that chance. Yeah, a lot of you Leos understand what time it is. You're not going to be in a situation where you're going to waste your time with somebody. You know why? Because you Leos see it for what it is, right? You see it for what it was. You were like this, with the Eight of Swords, right? You were trapped, hands tied behind your back, and, you couldn't do anything, right? You were trying to lead a healthier lifestyle. Here they were with the nonsense, and now all of a sudden, right, they were trying to bring you down, because when you Leos were trying to tell them, hey, let's go to the gym, let's actually start worrying about our health, let's actually start thinking about the finances and stuff like this. And then when I say that type of stuff, I'm not talking about this gym craze that's out here, so many people, whatnot. I remember a time where it was uncool to work out. People was walking around looking like string beans. Now all of a sudden, everybody want to work out and everybody want to act like, it's like, listen, a lot of y'all are not built for this, but day in, day out. But a lot of you Leos wanted to make a change, not because of what's trendy, but because a lot of you Leos just had time on your hands, and a lot of you Leos is like, okay, well, you might as well spend it constructively. So now, right, the World, you start to do better for yourself. Now you start to see, like I said, how those people are still potentially at the bar. If they're not at the bar, if they're not at some sort of physical bar, they're still doing the same stuff. They're still ripping and running around. I know people right now who I've interacted with who didn't want to go out with me, who found it hard to go out with me, went out with an enemy, so to speak, right? A person that I did not get along with. Now this person is a goth. The last time I saw them, the person was a goth. Person had all black clothes on and lipstick on. And it's like, who did this to you? You did this to you, right? Stalking me around, following me around, was everywhere. Mad and upset. And again, doing it to themselves They're so stupid. And that's the same scenario. You, Leo, see the world for the way that it needs to be seen. You cannot grow with people who are bent on being dysfunctional. If a person wants to be stupid, if they're working hard to be stupid, if they're literally working hard to be stupid, there's nothing that you can do about that, right? Because the moment that you try, and this is what the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands represents, the moment that you try to be a helping hand, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna be upset at you, Leos. They're gonna be upset. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna want to seek revenge. They're gonna want to try to get back at you. Now you could be helping them out, right? Hey, let's go to the gym. Let's kick it. Let's hang out. Let's actually do something constructive with our time, right? When I start to make more money myself, I may get a gym membership. That way I can have the pull-up station, right? The pull-up park, the park where I can get my pull-ups in and go to the gym and stuff like this, where I have weights and stuff like this. You know, something constructive. They were not interested in that. So now, every time you realize that if you would try to do that, they would try to bring you down. So you Leos did the best thing, which is what? To let people go. See, everybody wants to be this boss. People don't really understand the power in surrendering. Surrendering is the highest power that one can, that any life form can achieve. And surrendering has nothing to do with being weak. Quite the contrary, as a matter of fact. And this is the thing that a lot of you Leos have learned, that you can't be so fixated on the control, right? Because that's one thing that Leo and Virgo share, is the control. A lot of you Leos can want to be a little bit controlling sometimes, right? The lower levels. But a lot of you Leos realize that you can't be interested in the control element of it. You can't do it because not everybody's going to be able to match you where it is that you are. Not everybody's going to be able to see, like, you know, not everybody is going to want to listen to what you have to say. And not only that too, but you shouldn't want to control people. Like if people don't understand the value on why it is that you should keep yourself healthy, you should still, I mean, my gosh, if you're going to have this body, you should at least be able to move. You know what I mean? If they don't want to do that, then they don't want to do that. You know, and you can't really say or do anything to get those people to see it your way. The Seven of Swords is about, because all it is that you did and all it is that you will do is hurt and break your own heart, right? But the Seven of Swords represents, but now that a lot of you have realized that this is what it is, you've allowed people to hurt themselves, and you stand back and have nothing to do with that, legitimately. Because at the end of the day, those people will tie their own self up with their own delusion about how good they are and how great they are. And a lot of people, everyone has to remind themselves that they're not as great as they think they are, right? So the Justice now represents, that's the path that they chose, and that's the path that you chose. You know, they chose dysfunctionality, right? To be caught up in their own dysfunctions, trapped in it. And here you Leos are choosing to be able to spend your time wisely, even if it's by yourself, even if it's being single, right? Still spending time well, sleeping, right? Getting quality sleep. Not necessarily how long, but the type of sleep that you get, quality sleep. Exercising, right? Actually paying attention to your own business, as opposed to having to, you know, be strong and a lion or a lioness for other people, right? And then have those same people now turn around and start acting like, a lot of people do that, you know, start acting like they're ungrateful. And the Three of Cups represents, and that's the beauty of it. The Three of Cups is you can do whatever it is that you want. You can have dinner with whomever it is that you want. There's plenty of an upside for a lot of you Leos. And I just see again, I just see how a lot of you Leos are like, look, you're not, honestly, on some real stuff, a lot of you Leos are in no hurry per se to really be with somebody. Now, again, if you find someone, you begin to talk to them and things end up being like that, good. But you're not rushing to get into a relationship per se. You know, you're not going overboard for it. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the world. Let's clarify the world. The Three of Wands, Four of Swords, the Chariot, and then we have the Queen of Swords, right? Because the Three of Wands and the Four of Swords is about ultimately, again, here you Leos go, putting an end to the past, even the temptation of the past, by seeing those old flames that you either once could have been with, right? Or you were actually with, but it didn't turn out. And you're not, and a lot of you Leos, you're not missing a thing. And you realize like you're not missing anything. And that's your mistake to think that you're missing something. And it's their mistake to not want to be better. But the Chariot and the Queen of Swords represents that you realize now that the best thing for you to do is to stay away from that nonsense. Stay away from that type of, that gobbledygook, that idea of, yeah, let's, the Four of Cups, yeah, let's just party all day and, do what it is that we do, and let's not be productive, and just, the over partying lifestyle. Everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but that's what's trendy, the over partying lifestyle. Not even forgetting that if you're going to over party, you should probably be rich.